everyone, my name is Genesis for anyone who is new. For today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new Morphe foundation. This is the Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. As soon as I saw that this was like a skin foundation, I was all for it. So this does have hyaluronic acid as well as vitamin E. So I'm hoping it is a hydrating foundation. I do have dry skin, to give you guys a little bit of a background, especially right now in the winter time. So today's video is going to be a first impressions as well as like a wear test. They do claim that this is transfer proof, so I do also want to test it over a mask, because we all know we're with those masks right now. So I want to see if that is true. Right now, actually, if you buy this at Ulta, which is where I bought it, they do give you a free foundation brush. So I'm going to be testing the brush with half of my face as well as a sponge for the other half. I was also happy to see that this foundation line is very inclusive. They had a wide variety of shade ranges. I am in the shade medium 16, and I did patch test it before filming this video, and it is the perfect shade for me. So this retails for $20, which I think is a spectacular price for a foundation. And again, if you wanted to pick up this brush, it is free with purchase right now at Ulta. I'm not sure until when. I will find out and leave it in the description down below. The packaging is actually very nice. It is like a nice little glass bottle, and it has a pump, you guys. Moment of silence for the pump. All the products that I'm using along with this are products that I've already used, just so that we're very familiar. I'm using my standard foundation routine just to give it an honest go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump just one pump on the back of my hand. I noticed that my pump is like kind of broken. Like, I noticed this when I was like testing it. I like squeeze it and like it kind of all just oozes out. Like, that's kind of a lot, but we'll see. So for starters, I'm going to be taking the brush and applying it to this side of my face. I'm actually really excited for this brush. Look at how beautiful it is. It's like kind of angled. I honestly apply my foundation with a mix of both brush and sponge. So right off the bat, I do feel like this is definitely a medium coverage. It's not anything like super heavy or intense. As for the finish with the brush, I wouldn't say that it has like neither a matte nor like dewy finish. It looks like a very hydrated, natural finish, almost like if it's your own skin. It reminds me a lot of like a tinted moisturizer, but it definitely has a bit more coverage than a tinted moisturizer. I actually was looking for the sponge that came out with this foundation, like the Morphe sponge, but they didn't have it at my Ulta. So I'm just using my Real Techniques sponge, which is fine because this is a sponge I normally use anyways. So then maybe we're just giving an honest review. So right off the bat, I do feel like this side that I applied with the brush has more coverage than this side with the sponge. But again, that's very common. You know, a brush does tend to have like a heavier finish than a sponge. I'm actually going to go ahead and apply a little bit more with the brush on this side, just to get a little bit more coverage. I haven't really been in the mood to have a full coverage kind of moment, but just for the sake of today's video, we're gonna make this a high coverage look. I also just want to see how it feels to like build, because I know for some foundations when you like add more, you keep piling more on, it'll start to look like tacky or chunky. So I want to see how it does if I stack on another layer. All right, so right off the bat, two important things for me are it's not clinging to my dry patches, which is amazing. Honestly, like a very rare thing for a foundation. Again, I did use a moisturizer before this, but I always use a moisturizer before this. It's just always what I do. My skin actually looks very, very nice, very, very natural. I do want to say that it doesn't look that dewy as I thought it would. I thought it was going to look a lot more, like, I feel like when I use the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, it looks very, very dewy, like it has a dewy finish. This does not, which if you're into that, you might like that. I guess we're going to see how it wears. Right now it is 12:10, so I'm going to leave it on for about 7, I'm going to give it like 6, 7, 8 hours, depending on how my day goes and how much I can check in with you guys. But I do want to see how it wears with my typical face products. So I'm going to be applying the NARS Concealer. So I want to see how everything wears with it, like products that I normally always use. Guys, I absolutely love, love, love the way that this is setting into my skin. So again, I already applied some concealer, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer. Again, I'm using products that I always use, so we're giving this a fair shot to see how everything blends. I've been using this cream blush from AT ULTA. I will have them linked down below. Absolutely love this brand, love this blush. It's super pigmented though, so like I have to go in with a light hand. Alright guys, I went ahead and finished the rest of my foundation, and honestly guys, I have nothing bad to say about this so far. I will say that I can see some areas of my foundation are clinging to my dry patches. I have dry patches like in this area, but again, I mean, it's very normal for that to happen, and I do have very dry skin right now, and almost every single foundation will do that. But yeah, the finish on this is really, really nice. Again, I was expecting it to be a little bit more hydrating, or like I guess I wanted a dewy finish. It doesn't claim to have it. I just thought because it had hyaluronic acid that it would. But it just looks so good. It definitely looks like a filter. Like it's like, it looks like a very natural finish filter look. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this throughout the day and be checking in with you guys as the day goes on. I will try to pay attention to how it's wearing, how my makeup is sticking. Oh, I wanted to try it out with a mask because it does claim to be transfer proof. So let me go get a mask. I'll be right back. I forgot to mention, but I didn't set my face. I never set my face because I have very dry skin. So besides the bronzer and the blush, I never ever set any foundation because again, it just looks cakey. It doesn't look good. So I am treating this foundation the same way I would treat any other one, so I didn't set it. So I'm curious to see if it will transfer or not onto the mask. So let's try it out. I wish I wouldn't have put lipstick on because now my lipstick's gonna get on this. But anyway, so this is a clean, brand new mask. Is it extra if I like push it in? Maybe that was extra of me. Oh, I hate this when like my hoop gets stuck in the mask thing. Okay, so this right here is my lipstick. I wish I wouldn't have put it on. But no, there is no real foundation on the edges of it. I did push it into my nose, and I don't know if you can see, but there is slight foundation on the nose piece, but like honestly, nothing crazy compared to other times I wear my mask. So it's pretty good, and it doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel tacky. It literally feels like I'm not wearing foundation. And I know people always say that. I'm always like, bullshit. How do you not feel foundation on? But truly, this doesn't feel like any foundation. And I feel like I've always heard people say that, but I never really understood. But yeah, it feels like you're not wearing it because of the finish of it. Like it doesn't feel sticky or tacky, but it's also very lightweight. All right, so I will be checking in a few hours to see how it wears. I will hopefully try to leave it on for as long as I can. All right guys, it's officially been about a little over 8 hours with the foundation on, and I have absolutely nothing bad to say. I did start forming like that dry patch here, as I told you guys. I'm not sure if like the camera will pick it up, but yeah, I get dry patches like right here. And for some reason it was more like noticeable on this side, which is the side that I use the brush on. At times I even forget that I have foundation on, and I feel like everything has kind of stayed on rather well. This side has kind of like erased or smudged a little, but that's just because when I work I tend to like go like this, like I lean on the table. One thing I do want to note is that I definitely don't think that this is a full coverage foundation. I know they do advertise it to be like a medium to full, and maybe it would be if I like stacked on another layer. Again, I applied pretty good amount, but even then I would definitely say this is like a medium coverage. All right guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little review and wear test. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below if you did enjoy today's video, and let me know if you guys like this foundation, or are you interested in trying it? Is there any other foundations I should be trying? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.